All right, so the Pixel 8 Pro, it looks like it's been giving rounds on the internet back again, and just a few hours ago we actually saw some new developments and new leaks that we're going to talk about. But first, let's talk about how we got here. So we saw renders of the Pixel 8 Pro a few months back in March, which suggested a little bit of a different design, and this was shared courtesy of Steve from OnLeaks. Apart from a slightly curvier design, there were slight changes which are welcome, but for the most part it still looked a lot like the existing Pixel 7 Pro. One of the details on the render suggested that the Pixel 8 Pro is finally ditching the curved display and it will now adapt a flat edge display. Additionally, the renders also suggested that the Pixel 8 Pro will have thinner bezels, but we're not actually so sure about that because these are CAD-based images and it's very easy to get those wrong. There was one very mysterious detail about the back of the phone, which was basically the back cameras. Now we're still going to have the same metal band that we saw on the Pixel 7, but instead of having the cameras separately, they're all housed under one pill-shaped cutout. Apart from that, we also saw one more detail, or a fourth scanner. So right under the LED, you can see that there is a scanner, and a lot of people suggested that this was maybe a LiDAR scanner. Max Weinbach also suggested that this may actually be a LiDAR scanner. A lot of people said that this also may be an autofocus feature similar to what we saw on the Galaxy S23 Ultra. But a few months later in May, we actually saw a hands-on video of what is the Pixel 8 Pro, and it suggested that the scanner is actually an IR temperature. Now the video actually shows the user putting the phone near to their forehead, and then a few seconds later there's a reading that suggests that was the temperature. So this is kind of like the same thing that we saw during the pandemic, where before entering the store they had to kind of like take your temperature just to make sure that you didn't have a fever. Very similar to that. The usage of this is really not clear. We don't know, apart from just being a simple IR temperature sensor, we don't know what other features this is actually going to have, and we don't think that this is going to actually be a thermal camera either. Now coming back to just a few hours ago, this time on Reddit, we actually saw live hands-on shots of what is supposed to be the Pixel 8 Pro, and there are a few things that actually confirm that this really is the Pixel 8 Pro. The images actually show us a lot of details, so not only design-wise, but it also confirms a few specifications of the Pixel 8 Pro. The images are based off of a prototype from Google's device testing team. One noticeable thing that you'll see on the phone is the absence of the G logo, of the Google logo, but instead we have a very unique pattern this time that is replacing that. Apart from that, this kind of also confirms the flat edge display, but it is a little bit difficult to tell. For the most part, the image seems like it is a flat edge display, but the phone actually has a cover on, so it's a little bit difficult to tell whether there's a curve hidden there somewhere. The leaked image also shows the back of the phone, again with the unified pill-shaped camera module, which was suggested in the renders previously. Alongside the cameras, there is a microphone, an LED flash, and again we see the same sensor that we saw in the renders as well as the video that was leaked later on. Now the display shows the bootloader screen of the Pixel 8 Pro, and there are some very interesting details, including the name Husky, which is code name for the Pixel 8 Pro. So this confirms that this image is actually from a Pixel 8 Pro. Apart from that, on the back of the phone, you see the name Zuma. Now Zuma is a reference to the Google Tensor G3 chip, which is supposed to replace the G2 chip that we currently have on the Pixel 7 Pro. This is going to be the latest in the G lineup for the Tensor chip, so it only makes sense for it to come with the Pixel 8 Pro. I should also mention that the IR thermometer is actually only exclusively reserved for the Pixel 8 Pro. We may not see this on the Pixel 8a or the regular Pixel 8. The bootloader screen also gives us a little bit of an insight into the actual specs of the phone, including 12 gigs of RAM, which is going to be powered by Samsung, and additionally at least 128 gigs of internal storage, which I would think is the starting point, and we may see this go up to 256 and 512 gigs. The camera configuration, we're not too sure about that, but we are expecting a 50 megapixel main camera, a 64 megapixel ultra wide camera, and then a third camera which will be capable of 5 times optical zoom. The Google Pixel 8 is rumored to be launched around October. That's usually the date that we see the Google Pixels come out, and October this year is when we can expect the Google Pixel 8 lineup. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it on the Google Pixel 8 Pro. Wanted to do a quick video on the latest latest that we have. This is everything that we have on the Google Pixel 8 Pro, and I think it's safe to say that we pretty much have all of the details, including the designs, including the specs of what the actual Google Pixel 8 will be like. Let me know what you guys think of the Google Pixel 8 Pro, and let me know what you would like to see in the upcoming Pixel 8 Pro. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.